Life follows rules. Plants reach for sunlight. Animals avoid danger. Fungi quietly break down what is already dead. But these 8 fungi break every rule. Bleeding tooth. A pale surface rises from the forest floor. Crimson drops gather across it, thick as blood. The liquid simply appears as if the forest itself has begun to bleed. Only when the illusion settles does its name emerge. Bleeding tooth. The red droplets are not blood. They are excess fluid pushed through microscopic pores in a process called guttation, carrying a pigment with powerful anticoagulant properties. The fungus lives in partnership with nearby conifers, trading water and minerals for the sugars the trees supply. For decades, many believed the liquid lured insects as prey. It never did. The droplets are a pressure valve, not a hunting trap. Its appearance creates the exact illusion evolution never needed to avoid. It never learns to hunt. It only learns to look guilty. If fooling the eye is enough, the next fungus drops disguise entirely, erupting from the ground, looking already dead. Devil's fingers. The shell cracks open before sunrise. Thick red arms force their way out, slick with dark slime, clawing across the leaf litter. No petals, no leaves, only flesh-like fingers reaching into the air. This is devil's fingers. It begins inside a pale, egg-shaped sac. Within hours, 4 to 8 bright red columns burst free, coated in olive-green slime packed with spores. The odor follows at once, close to the scent of animal decomposition. Flies arrive within minutes, feed on the slime, and carry the spores across the forest. The fungus never needs wind. It hires insects already hunting for carrion. For years, its violent shape suggested the arms trapped insects. The truth is more efficient. Nothing is caught, everything arrives voluntarily. It never chases its carriers. It convinces them they have already found death. One fungus weaponizes smell. The next weaponizes beauty, so convincing that even decay turns invisible. Veiled lady. A white lace curtain hangs beneath a tall stem from a distance, an elegant bridal veil. Move closer and the illusion collapses in a powerful stench. Beauty is only the invitation. This is the veiled lady. Its scientific name is Phallus induciatus, and its lace skirt can hang up to about 25 centimeters, nearly to the ground. The net serves no structural purpose. It enlarges the fungus's profile, while its olive cap coating releases sulfur compounds nearly identical to decaying flesh. For centuries, the veil itself was thought to attract insects. Careful observation revealed otherwise. They follow the smell first. The lace only makes the landing impossible to miss. The fungus stages 2 performances at once. One for the nose, one for the eye. It never hides the decay. It dresses it in elegance. One fungus dresses death as beauty. The next drops disguise entirely, barely resembling a fungus at all. Starfish fungus. Thick arms split apart, folding backward until the whole organism lies open on the forest floor. At its center sits a dark, sticky sphere, less a mushroom than a creature exposing its heart. This is the starfish fungus. It begins underground as a compact egg. As pressure rises, the outer layer ruptures and the fleshy arms unfold within minutes, lifting the spore-bearing center into view, coated in foul-smelling slime that draws flies. Early botanists assumed the opening scattered spores by force. In truth, the unfolding is only a display platform. The real transport arrives on 6 legs and leaves with spores stuck to it. Every movement serves one purpose, becoming impossible to ignore. It never blooms to reproduce. It blooms to advertise decay. Smell carries spores across a forest. The next builds a living cage and lets the wind finish the job. Latticed stinkhorn. A hollow sphere pushes through the soil. Seconds later, the shell tears apart, unfolding into a bright red lattice that looks engineered, a biological cage with nothing trapped inside. This is the latticed stinkhorn. It begins as a smooth underground egg. Once enough water is absorbed, pressure bursts the outer layer, and the red lattice expands in under an hour. Its surface maximizes exposure with little material, and an olive slime releases sulfur-rich compounds almost identical to rotting meat. For decades, researchers assumed the lattice braced the mushroom against collapse. Its structure suggests another advantage. The open geometry lets scent disperse in every direction and gives flies access from any angle. The architecture is not built for protection. It is built for distribution. It never traps its visitors. It gives them the easiest escape, with its spores already attached. One fungus turns the air into a delivery system. The next removes daylight, proving even darkness can advertise. Bioluminescent fungus. The forest falls silent after sunset. Then tiny green lights appear beneath fallen logs, glowing like scattered stars on the ground. The light comes from the fungus itself. More than 100 fungal species make their own light through a reaction between luciferin, the enzyme luciferase, oxygen, and cellular energy. The glow stays cool and can last the entire night. In tropical forests, insects steer toward it, landing on the fruiting bodies and carrying spores away. For years, many scientists thought the glow served no purpose, a byproduct of fungal chemistry. Field experiments challenged that. Unlit fungi drew far fewer insects than glowing ones. The forest is not lit for beauty. It is lit because someone is expected to arrive. It never lights the way home. It lights the way to itself. Light solves darkness. The final two fungi go deeper, turning rain and empty space into weapons that never move. Bird's nest fungus. Rain strikes the forest floor. A cluster of miniature cups suddenly ejects its contents into the surrounding growth. No animal touches them. No wind carries them. The rain itself becomes the weapon. This is the bird's nest fungus. Each cup, barely a centimeter across, holds disc-shaped packets called peridioles, each wrapped around thousands of spores. When a raindrop lands at just the right angle, roughly 60 to 75 degrees, it redirects the splash upward with startling efficiency, using a fraction of the drop's energy to fire the peridioles as far as 2 meters. For generations, these discs were mistaken for seeds. Each carries a sticky cord that uncoils in flight. Strike a twig or grass, and it wraps around instantly, securing the spores where grazing animals later brush past. The fungus never waits for perfect weather. It designs perfect physics. It never escapes the rain. It teaches the rain how to spread its future. Rain becomes a catapult. The final fungus waits for something quieter, a single shift in humidity that reshapes its body before release. Earth star. The ground appears empty. Then the soil begins to split. Thick outer layers peel backward into pointed arms, lifting a round spore sac like a pedestal rising from nowhere. The ground unfolds instead of growing up. This is the Earth star. Most Earth stars spend months hidden before emerging. In hygroscopic species, the outer skin absorbs or releases water as humidity changes, opening and closing 4 to 10 thick rays repeatedly, though most true Earth stars open only once and stay fixed. In wet weather, the arms spread wide. A raindrop or animal presses the sac, and a cloud of spores bursts out. For centuries, people believe the rays opened only once. Many do not. They keep responding to moisture again and again like living hinges long after emerging. The fungus never decides when to open. The atmosphere decides for it.